Well, I feel like I've shared already, but I could talk for hours and hours and hours. And I thought maybe I'd just kind of share with you all a couple stories. Um, so when Mia's mom and I split up, I wasn't prepared to be a dad. We were both kind of honestly still living that life of having fun together and partying. And it was a really big awakening. Mia was 2, and I had a decision that I had to make. And what I decided was I was going to be the type of man that I would want my son to be when he grew up, and I was going to try to be the type of man that I would want my daughter to marry someday. And it really created a true north for me. And I mean, Charlie's not as good a golfer as I am, but other than that, he has really been a pretty good businessman. And Charlie, you know what? You had a tough role because I protected Mia. She didn't like me a couple times because I wasn't just going to let some dudo slip in. You know what I mean? Like I knew what she was worth, and I get how people can be weak. You know, you had a high bar, and I liked you right away. Like you're super likable, so that was cool. I could tell you were trying really hard, and where some people might not like that, I actually appreciated that. Right? I think that's a sign of respect. But you pursued coming to our home. It was very obvious very early on that you weren't going to try to take Mia away from us. As a matter of fact, we were probably going to see her more because of you. And that was like number one for me. And then, you know, my dad and I have been going on golf trips for a few years now, and I got a chance to invite Charlie to come to one. And I thought, if this guy is going to end up being my son, maybe we can spend some time together, and he can see how my relationship with my father is, who I love dearly. And the first year was different than the second year, but the second year, we golfed a lot that day, if you remember. We had probably my favorite golfing experience in my whole life. It was the most epic. We played 18 holes during the day. Truthfully, we had way too much to drink in between. We went back to golfing again, and it was us against three other foursomes. And Charlie was on his game. Like, I'm telling you, he was dropping dimes. And we were high-fiving just like white guys do, you know what I mean? It was like awesome. And we won, and it was so fun. And when that was over, we went to dinner, and we had hard conversation. Charlie asked me a couple questions, and I chose to tell him the truth with the way I felt that very moment. And I came back and told Rachel, and she's like, are you going to call him and talk to him? And I was like, oh, maybe I should. And I was like, no, I'm not going to. I'm going to just let it sit. And I watched. And I watched. And you didn't take the words lightly. You acted on them. And it showed me, like, you're a warrior, dude. Like, you were chasing a lion. My daughter was that lion. And you took to heart some of the feedback that I shared with you. And you know what, a year later, he asked for lunch, and as a man, he asked me for permission to marry my daughter. And I was blessed to say, absolutely, let's do this, right? And so, yeah, absolutely. And you know what? Hey, listen, there's not a single person in here that isn't going to have to change. You're either moving forward or moving backward. You can choose the direction that you want to head. And I'm just so excited about the trajectory for both of you. You're super sharp. Man, you can do so much. You're so young. You're so talented. And as Rachel mentioned, like literally, if you'll follow God first, He's going to bless you abundantly because you're going to make such a huge impact on the kingdom. And I'm just excited. You know, my role is no longer to be an example of the type of guy that you would marry. Our role is now to try to show you how marriage can work and last and love. And we've showed you like how marriage can be hard and still work through it. Like we've showed you those seasons. And I'm excited to show you like victories too. And so we love you guys. We love you so much. We honor you today and all of your friends and family that are here. So thank you.